All right, here we go. Legends of Sport guest, one of my favorite guests. I say that a lot, but I got to tell you, in 5 years of doing the podcast, that conversation you and I had in the Legends of Sport podcast was by far one of the best. So, Spencer Haywood, Hall of Famer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you, buddy.
This is nice.
Yeah, thank you.
It's always pleasant to be with you because I open up when I'm with you. I'm kind of sheltered a little bit with others, but
well,
with
Spencer,
you.
I don't know. You know, I feel so.
I think it's that
comfortable with
Kobe
you too.
connection.
I think it might be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mamba is like
he's
in the
all
air here.
around.
Yeah,
you know?
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're selling the Mamba Mentality book. Our book.
The book
in the
is
store.
in the store.
Isn't that great?
I just saw the pop-up
I
store.
know. I took a picture of it and sent it to Vanessa, and she was really happy about that.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
So Spencer, you're here to present to two gentlemen who are not here with us, right? So I don't want to butcher his name, but Radivoj Korac.
Korac,
right?
yes.
And you're also presenting for Lou Hudson.
For Lou Hudson.
So can you just tell me, in a nutshell, your connection to both of them?
Well, my connection with Lou Hudson is I played against him for years. He was a dear friend of mine, and for young players, they always looking to find out what kind of player this guy was. I look at him as like a Klay Thompson before the Klay Thompson period in terms of he was just a smooth shooter. He had a great floor game and a great, just offense and defense, and a good person, really a great person. And then when they went out and got that other guard, what's his name? Oh, Pete Maravich.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
The guy with the socks.
Yes.
I think I heard it.
Man, that game that he was playing before set with it just picked up and started movement. And he's just had just a wonderful career.
Yeah, I've
wonderful
seen films
human being.
of Sweet Lou, but
Sweet Lou,
I never
that's
saw
the
him
name,
play.
because before you would see Klay Thompson and other players play, you would say Sweet Lou.
Yeah.
It was a sweet game. Yes.
It's interesting because the players of today, do you think Klay Thompson, and I love Klay, I'm not denigrating Klay, but do you think he knows about Sweet Lou Hudson, about his game?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Because unfortunately, as you know, what you've done for the game, this generation is not too well informed, unfortunately.
They are not well informed at all. And I think now, this is what's going to happen. Adam Silver and Tamika over at the Players Union, they are working on putting my name on my ruling, the Spencer Haywood rule.
Absolutely.
Therefore, the players will know what contributions I made for them. Because we're talking over $34 billion in players' salary, and they don't know who I am.
I would think that would at least deserve a Christmas card every year.
A Christmas card, at least.
Well, Spencer, you were brave. We talked about it on the podcast with what you and with Sam Schulman?
Sam Schulman,
the owner of the Sonics. What you decided to do to take the case to the Supreme Court, unprecedented.
Unprecedented at that time, because the only other case that had went to the Supreme Court was Muhammad Ali.
Right.
And then Kurt Flood was coming on after my case, but Sam Schulman told me, he says, I'm going to teach you about Jewish loyalty. I was like, well, what's the difference, Sam?
Loyalty is loyalty.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
Sam said, I'm going to teach you. And I had another young Jewish lawyer. We need to get our relationship together again because we're getting older. And he went to the Supreme Court with me, Al Ross.
Okay.
Yeah. But Sam Schulman, man, he, for my case at that time cost the Sonics and Sam Schulman $1.7 million in 1971.
It's probably be 10-15 million
10-15 million, yeah.
I mean, for people who don't remember, or the few people out there who didn't hear the podcast, your case really sort of reversed what was going on in the NBA, where you had to have 4 years outside of high school to be considered in the NBA draft, eligible. So that's the word. The fact that it was a landmark case, because look at all these guys who came out of high school, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Moses, but you know, the one and dones now.
It's the one and dones, the Michael Jordans, the Magic Johnson, the Larry Birds, all of them.
To fill the Hall of Fame with all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a case that, you know, the NC2A was really uptight about it because the NIL now and everything that they were worried about just happened with this case. So it was like, we're going to lose all of our revenue. What the hell is going on? Sam Schulman's cut it out.
Must have been incredible. Tell me a little bit about Korac.
Korac.
Yugoslavian guy.
Yeah. Well, what happened was in the '68 Olympics, the big battle was going to be the United States, USA basketball versus the Soviet Union, Russian basketball.
It
was a big anticipated game, and Howard Cosell and everybody was talking about the Russians probably going to knock out the USA basketball for the first time in the history of the Olympics. And so the drama had built, and then in the game before our final game, the Yugoslavians knocked off the Russians, which was a major upset.
Major. No one saw that coming.
And how do you say his name?
Korac.
Korac.
Yeah.
Korac was one of the guards on that team, and he played great.
Well, how great of you to be his presenter. Unfortunately, he's not
with us. Can you imagine
that?
I mean, like,
that's wonderful.
But God is like bringing me into all of these people's lives that I was just touched way back when. And now they come back and say, well, I want this guy.
It's amazing,
remember a year ago, was it 2 years ago, when Bill Russell went in as a coach, he says, well, I want Spence there with me. I was like, hey, what's going on?
That was beautiful. I mean, the fact that Bill got up there and he and we miss him too. So
miss him too.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Well, my condolences to you, all of us at Legends of Sport. We know you lost your beloved wife, but it's so great to see you, man. Thanks
She's
so much
here
for stopping
with me in spirit, and thank you for.
We keep going on,
letting
man.
it be.
Yeah, we keep going.
That podcast we did, man, it was great. It was great. It was straight up. It was real.
Thank you.
And what we're doing now is real.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So
well, I'm glad we became
we
friends
kind of connected on the hip
we did.
a little bit.
I know, that's great. Well, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Man. Thank you.